Hey, Leon's in here.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey, hey. Hi. All right. There she goes. Hey. All right. Um. All right, brother. What's going on, man? How's your week?
Uh,
How you doing? How you doing today, Greg? Hold on. Before we even start, I guess we gotta do the whole Greg thing. Leona says, Greg.
what's up?
We're starting this already, so let's do this shit. I forgot to change the date. Hold on, let me change the date real quick. Before
All
we
right.
begin. All right. Okay. We good. We're starting. We're here. You better change it. Oh yeah. Producer might get mad, upset. Um, Happy June 19th,
Appreciate you.
sir. All right. All right, man. How you doing? How's everything?
Just been a rough week. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is at a all time low. But I'm pushing through it
Yeah, yeah,
best
yeah.
best way I possibly can. But
That's how it is. That's
but
how it
I'm here.
always is.
But I'm here. I'm still
I'm
here.
glad you are. Yeah, I'm glad you are. Brother, I'm always glad you're here. All right.
All right.
All right. We fucking, we love you and shit. We know we fucking care about you and shit. So, like, every day you're here is a blessing for us.
I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Keep telling him that. I keep telling him that too.
I know. I know.
He needs to know. Yeah, I know he needs to know. You need to know. You do. We fucking care about you and shit. Quick, let's talk about manly stuff. Um, Welcome back, man. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this stuff? You ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for this? Leona
Yeah.
says she loves us too. She loves us. She says, "Love y'all." Like, yeah, I love you too. Albondigas, how you doing? What's up, meatballs? Hold on. All right. Growing up, Father's Day weekend always felt like the unofficial start of summer. School was out. The weather was finally cooperating. The grill was warming up somewhere in the neighborhood. And if you're lucky, you were spending the day with family hearing the same stories your dad, uncle, grandfather, or favorite family friend had probably told 100 times before. The funny thing is, these stories somehow got better every year. Maybe that's why Father's Day feels right at home here on the porch. Because at its core, this show has always been about stories. Ones we grew up with, the ones we inherited, and the ones we're still telling today. So, with that in mind, welcome back to my third place. Not home, not work, but the familiar in between where nostalgia, pop culture, gaming, and chaos all collide around family. Not Don Toretto's family, but our family. What we do on this show is reminisce about everything from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. From movies, TV shows, comics, wrestling, our hobbies, which include and not limited to Pokemon, Marvel Rivals Gaming, collecting physical media, TikTok, football, and internet culture. Each week, the community joins us through the live chat on TikTok or YouTube, whichever you prefer, for pod deck questions, debates, top five list. games, and deep dives, including our ongoing journey through Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's less like a formal podcast and more like pulling up a chair in a room full of your friends and sharing stories, laughing, and remembering the things that made us who we are. Welcome to your third place. Also, peep the M3P logo right up there. It's a giraffe one. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I'm gonna get a neon sign pretty soon.
that's what's up.
In a year, 2 years, 5 years from now. I don't know when I have money for that. But like everything behind me, it's redecorated. It's done. It's pristine looking. I love the way it looks. Everybody, welcome to episode 303. Greg is back on the porch for what can only be described as the father of all episodes. Because we haven't said it enough, it's Father's Day weekend. And
Yeah,
tonight we're celebrating all the dads, stepdads, grandfathers, uncles, mentors, father figures, sitcom dads who somehow managed to teach life lessons in under 22 minutes, plus commercials, and those people that stepped up, those men that stepped up. We're kicking things off by talking about our favorite TV sitcom dads and movie fathers, the wise ones, the funny ones, the embarrassing ones, the dads who always seem to have the perfect advice right when the episode needed it. And yes, we're probably going to debate a few of these rankings before the night is over. We're also tapping directly into those summer nostalgia memories because once school let out, every kid had their own version of the perfect summer night. Maybe it was riding bikes until the streetlights came on. Maybe it was catching fireflies. Maybe it was spending the evening at the arcade, the ballpark, the mall, or somebody's backyard. Whatever your version was, we're talking about those ultimate summer night vibes that still live rent free in our memories decades later. And speaking of memories, we asked the community question that unlocked a lot of them. What took over your summer viewing schedule when your favorite TV shows went on hiatus? Because back then there was no binge watching, no streaming service dropping an entire season overnight. When your favorite show disappeared for the summer, it was gone, finished, finito. You had to find something else. And sometimes those summer replacements became favorites of their very own. We'll also be checking in on the World Cup standings, how our teams are doing, who's climbing the table, who's making a serious run, and perhaps, most importantly, which player spent more time dramatically falling to the ground than actually playing soccer. Every tournament seems to have at least one. On the gaming side of things, we got some horror news, a brand new slashers making their way into Dead by Daylight this November, which means horror fans are already speculating, theorizing, preparing to run for their lives. And then we're ending the night with a top five list designed specifically to hit you right in nostalgia. With the success and excitement surrounding Masters of the Universe, we started asking ourselves, what other classic 80s and 90s cartoon deserve their live action movie treatment? And let's just say, one of my picks comes with a clue. A clue that every kid who grew up in the 80s immediately recognizes. So, Greg, um, warm up those vocal cords for me, please.
yo, yo.
Because you know which one we're going to say, right? You know which one we're going to yell right now. So, on three, we yell it out. Because at some point tonight, somebody's absolutely going to yell, Ho!
Hell yeah, so they damn sure need to make that motherfucker into a movie shit.
Right? If you know, you know. All that, plus whatever news, nostalgia, stories, and chaos find their way onto the porch before the night is over. So, whether you're celebrating Father's Day, remembering your favorite TV dad, following the World Cup, or just looking for a place to hang out for a while, pull up a chair. This is episode 303 of the M3V podcast. Let's get into it. All right. How was your week, man? Besides everything, besides work, how was everything?
Work was just same old shit, you know,
Same old shit at work, huh?
busy, but it's a gig, so it is what it is, really.
Okay. Yeah, let me turn that off. I know I had another one of those up there, that M3P sign up there. It says "Welcome to your third place." So it's like very welcoming now. It's always been welcoming, but just like like I wanted to have something for the podcast that
Oh yeah.
to represent the podcast up there, besides the microphone that's up there as well. But I have a lamp up there next to Grogu. I have Pokemon stuff up there. Middle shelf is are the books, superhero stuff, and then on the bottom shelf is the Pokemon binders that I've acquired over the past year or so. Um, what else happened? Went out yesterday, today actually, earlier today. Twilight, what's it called? Magic the Gathering came out with a special superhero set, Marvel
Mm,
superheroes. This one has, including in this box, has three play boosters, three packs, and then six traditional foil scene cards, which makes up a whole little scene of whatever's on there. So basically, this six cards that represent all of this. So hell yeah, like I love it. Definitely gonna. I'm not a Magic player. I don't know how to play Magic at all, but like last time they did something like this was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They did Spider Man. So I wanted to be there and actually get the stuff for Marvel stuff. And I guess they told me that they sold out on Friday, on
mm.
Thursday when they had it. And then today they got more, and it's like, hell yeah, let's go. So I went to that. Gonna open that later. What else? Also, I got myself another binder. Um, that's about it, and more stuff to open later. But it's all good. That's awesome. Thank you. Um, trying to figure out what else happened. Oof. This whole week, that was me just doing all of that stuff. There's trying to like get it all together and stuff, get it all ready for the podcast. Got me a Dungeon Crawler Carl shirt. um, got me two. The other one's gonna come in next month because it's a pre-order, and that one is drawn by one of my favorite artists, Katie Cook. So I get to have an exclusive Katie Cook Dungeon Crawler Carl TV
Mm.
show. Um, shirt. And speaking of the TV show, let me go to that place. As I guess it's official. I mean, we've been saying it's going to go on Peacock, but I guess it's official. Matt Dinneman, the author of the book, posted this on his website. Surprise, bitches! It's official. The apocalypse will be televised, coming to Peacock.
Mm.
He also says, "I'm happy to announce that our friends at Peacock have officially greenlit the Dungeon Crawler Carl television series. Me, Chris Yost, and Seth MacFarlane and his team at Fuzzy Door are all really excited to get to work. In the coming weeks, I'll have more details. And if you're going to SDCC, be sure to catch me and Chris in our DCC panel. But in the meantime, I want to thank you, the fans, for helping make this happen." They're going to San Diego Comic Con. That's great. So yeah, that's one of the good. One of the things I'm going to be looking out for when SDCC uh, shows up on my feed next month,
Yeah.
uh, as well as Doomsday, as well as Spider-Man stuff. Uh, that's gonna be a wreck. But the fact that it's on Peacock, I guess um, people are having a hard time with it because they just canceled Seth MacFarlane's Ted, and because
Mm.
Peacock didn't
Dang.
have the budget to make a freaking up teddy bear, and it's like a CGI teddy bear. So like everybody's worried because this was just one CGI teddy bear. This whole book
Yeah.
is all CGI.
Dang.
95% of it is CGI. At least a few people are humans, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is just like, is Peacock gonna actually take care of it, or are they gonna like fumble like they did with Ted?
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? Let it happen. Either way, I hope they don't fuck up the whole book process and everything. But if they do, if it gets canceled in one season, it's like, you know what? It's fine. I don't consider that at all. I won't watch it after it's canceled. I'll just stick to the book or the audio or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, there's that. What else happening? Art the Clown is joining Dead by Daylight for the
Okay.
horror fans that love Art the Clown, Terrifier. Coming Soon.net announced that Dead by Daylight is finally getting Terrifier's Art the Clown in the game. During a celebration of the game's 10th anniversary, we also got an update on the upcoming movie. In celebration of the 10th anniversary of the fan favorite horror game Behavior Interactive announced that the game would be welcoming Art, a Dead by Daylight Terrifier status to release sometime in November and features a chapter dedicated fully to one of horror's newest icons. The Terrifier release will follow August release of Dead by Daylight Chorus of Sin, the first ever chapter developed entirely in collaboration with the game's community. Ahead of the fall, the game will also be welcoming another horror icon. On June 16th, 2026, the game will release Dead by Daylight Jason, a chapter fully dedicated to legendary Jason Voorhees. It's already happened. We have it already. It's done. It's like Jason is in there and he fucking the what's it called, um
Hmm.
the Twitch freaking people that is like all I hear is yelling and screaming. It's like, oh my god, Jason! But it is freaking awesome, dude. Shortly after that, Dead by Daylight: The Life Road will release on June 25th, 2026, and feature the original characters Shane Wigwas, the game's first Indigenous survivor, alongside the new chapter. Behavior also gave an update on the long-awaited movie based on the game. Also joining the game, human, um, Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Dang.
And this is still like, shit that happened like what, 10 years ago now with The Walking Dead and how they took him out. And I'm just like, I guess. I haven't seen that freaking show in a while. So like I keep saying it, but no, I haven't. I haven't seen that show in a while. So I'm not even gonna bother with that anytime soon.
It-
But yeah, let me guys, let me know if you're getting the Dead by Daylight game. If you can't wait for Art the Clown, let us know what you think of that. Let us know about what you think about Glenn being in the game and this new character. What's his name? Shane Wigwas. Let us know. Lana says I never finished it. I never finished it either. All right, let's move on to football. Bro, football fans are taking over the United States. um, like last week, Scotland fans took over Boston. Netherlands
mhm.
fans took over Kansas. And then this past week, Brazil fans put a jersey on the Rocky statue.
Dang.
A group of Brazilian fans learned of Philadelphia's Rocky curse that any fan base putting their paraphernalia on the statue of Rocky Balboa will lose. So they put an Argentina jersey on it.
Dang.
They're like, "Uh, any fan? Yeah, then they can lose too." Um, Meanwhile, visiting Scotland supporters in the U.S. for the World Cup went viral for continuing a famous Glasgow tradition by placing bright orange traffic cones on the heads of Christopher Columbus statues in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. The highest spirited incidents and locations include Newport, Rhode Island. Fans, the Tartan Army, that's what they're called, adorned the local Christopher Columbus monument with three bright orange traffic cones prior to their match against Haiti. The prank drew a mostly warm and amused reactions from local residents. In Boston, Massachusetts, Scottish fans similarly crowned cone statues around the Charleston area while taking in the World Cup festivities. These high profile humorous antics have brought a taste of Scottish fan culture to the U.S. tournament, becoming a beloved sight among locals. Um, yeah, they don't like Christopher Columbus, around there at all.
Mm.
I wonder why. No, I'm kidding. Of course we know why. It's such a discovery to know that. Uh, Speaking of the World Cup, um, some we have casual fans that listen to the podcast and don't know much about soccer, football.
Right.
So before we get deep into the standings, let me explain how the World Cup works for anyone listening who doesn't normally watch soccer. So you think of the World Cup as the Olympics of soccer. Every 4 years, countries from around the world, and we have fireworks. Countries from around the world compete to see who is the best national team on the planet. Unlike professional sports where players represent cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, or New York, these players are representing their entire country. So if you're watching Mexico, USA, Brazil, Norway, Argentina, Portugal, or any other team, those players are literally carrying the hopes of millions of people from their own home country. Now, here where it gets interesting. The tournament starts with what they call the group stage. Imagine 12 mini divisions. Each division has 4 teams in it. That's called a group. Mexico's in a group with South Korea, South Africa, and Czechia. Each team plays 3 games, 1 game against every other team in their group. After every game, points are awarded. If you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, both teams get 1 point. If you lose, you get nothing. So when I say Mexico has 3 points, that means they won the game. When I say Brazil has 1 point, that means they tied a game. Simple enough, right? Now, after everyone plays their 3 games, the teams are ranked based on their points. First place and second place move on. Third and fourth place go home. That's why every goal matters. Not only are teams are trying to win, but they're trying to score as many goals as possible. Because if 2 teams end up tied in points, the next tiebreaker is usually goal differential. That's basically points scored minus points allowed. So winning 4-1 is actually much better than winning 1-0. Once the group stage ends, the tournament becomes a single elimination. And this is where things get crazy. Win in advance, lose, and you're done. No second chances, no best of 7 series like baseball or basketball or yeah, let's say baseball, basketball.
Hmm.
Football doesn't do that. No coming back next week. One bad game and your World Cup dream is over. Think of it like March Madness or the Royal Rumble or a Battle Royale video game. Survive in advance, lose, and pack your bags. The knockout rounds continue until only 2 teams remain. Those 2 teams meet in the World Cup final to determine who becomes world champion. So for the next few weeks, what we're really watching is can our team survive their groups? Can they earn enough points to advance? And once they get in the knockouts rounds, can they avoid elimination and keep their championship dreams alive? So that's really all you need to know to enjoy the World Cup. Pick a country, learn a few players, watch a game, yell "Goal! Golazo!" at your television, and suddenly you'll find yourself caring way more than you expected. We'll come back to more rules and regulations. The World Cup series progresses through the semis and the finals and the quarters and all that stuff. But yeah, let me know, goal, who you are rooting for, which country if you're rooting for, and there goes fireworks again. Um, yeah, just you guys let me know. So far, our standings, dude, our standings are the brackets. And the brackets, they're not set up yet, but a few teams have made it. Germany is in the bracket, USA is in the bracket, and Mexico's in the bracket. As for standings, uh, Mexico leads Group A with 6 points, followed by South Korea with 3 points. Czechia and South Africa uh, are going to face each other soon. Group B is Canada. Group C, we have Brazil and Morocco with 4 points each. Group D, USA and Australia. USA leading with 6, Australia with 3, tied with Paraguay with 3. Group E, uh, Germany just won today, so that's 6 points. Who else? Group I, Norway ha-
Mm.
is tied with France with 3 points apiece. Argentina, Group J, Argentina is tied with Austria with 3 points. And Argentina has Messi, and Group K, Colombia is leading that group with 3 points, followed by Congo with 1 point and Portugal with 1 point as well. And that's the team that has Cristiano Ronaldo. And when I tell you, when I saw this dude play, I thought it was going to be like just like the freaking TikTok clips that we see on TikTok, like,
Hmm.
oh shit, he's supposed to be the best of the best. Um, and he didn't get nah. His team doesn't like him. His team doesn't like him. They don't want to pass the ball to him, and they lose that match. And then I sat there like, is this your king? Is this what you hype up, and this what we get? Like, what is
Yeah.
this? Like, I thought we were gonna get like Cristiano Ronaldo, the freaking legend, to go. No, we got fucking crying about everything because he didn't get the ball passed to him. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You have a team, it's in your home country, but you're representing a country with other fucking players who think they're the best also. So, they don't want to pass the ball to you because ego. I get it. Okay. But either way, you know, still overrated. I'm just gonna say it right now. He's overrated. I didn't see much of him. I didn't see anything good out of him. People are gonna fucking complain. I love it. I love it. But those are my picks. Mexico's the top with USA and Germany, and at the bottom is Portugal with Croatia and all the other teams. So can't wait to find out what the 32 teams, which 32 teams are gonna make it and which aren't gonna make it or whatever. All right, man. Um, you ready for some community stuff?
Yeah.
All right. We asked what was your ultimate summer night vibe growing up? Before smartphones, streaming, and endless scrolling, summer nights felt different. The air was warmer, the days felt longer, and every evening felt like an adventure waiting to happen. Maybe it was riding bikes with your friends until streetlights came on. Maybe it was catching lightning bugs, hanging around the neighborhood, campfires with family, late night basketball games, drive-in movies, roller rinks on Friday nights, or just sitting on the porch talking for hours. Those simple moments became some of our best memories. The music, the friends, the freedom, and the feeling that summer would last forever. So, what was your favorite summer night tradition or vibe growing up? Drop your memories in the comments. Leanna, feel free to drop yours right now if you like. Let me know. Silula Redhead says movie night, pizza, popcorn, then later ice cream. I love a good movie night. Joe Gen 202 says hanging out with everyone in the woods, drinking beer, which we all were too young to do, but fun times. Hey, pretty much. Like everybody was too young to do that anyways, but still did it. Watch Me Go Viral says staying out late, sneaking to the zoos and pools, getting pickles and ices from the candy lady, eating them sitting in the park. Sounds like a great idea. Awesome time. Um, what was yours?
Really just I either be listening to the radio, making mixtapes, or I'll be on the 64 or some shit, or
Hell yeah.
watching a movie or something.
Hmm. Hell yeah. Just fun times.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Mine was Rihanna says hanging out with friends at my aunt's. Okay. Mine was like sometimes I would sit at the front porch of my friend's house and just chill and just watch everything go down. Um, Take turns using the skateboard, just watch the skateboarding happen and shit. Uh, Going out with friends. Um, or was it just going out with friends and not roller rinks or like stuff, just going out, um, fire, uh, put up a fire and just toast marshmallows and stuff. That was great. That was always great. Um, chilling out by the pool. We had a pool, obviously. Either my apartment had a pool or my cousin's apartment had a pool. And so my pool was just like, hey, hang out here and stuff. And like everybody would just chill and shit. And just nobody would have a problem with it. My cousin's apartment with the pool, like it was going to a different area, like I didn't know the rules or anything. So going out there and I know everybody in my apartment, so everybody knew about me. So once I went to my cousin's apartment and with the pool and everything and just hung out there and just scoped out the girls, like they don't know about me, so we good. Like as long as they don't know, and it was fucking fun as hell. Um, says hanging out at campgrounds too. We went a lot of places to float and camp. That's great. Campfires are awesome. Obviously, the 4th of July fireworks. This one year, like I had a lot of money and I bought like this huge set, and like everybody did their fireworks and everything, and then like later on, I'm just there. The kids are like asking me, "Where's your stuff? Where's your stuff? We saw you buying stuff." I was like, "I know, chill, man, chill. You'll see it." And like, they were getting tired and shit. And I was just like, "You guys ready though?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." Brought out my stuff, and it just like fucking fire, like going all the way straight up. And everybody loved it. I fucking enjoyed it. And I'm just like, I want to do this every year. And I felt like doing it every year too. And it was pretty awesome. I love doing it. As an adult, it's like as you start getting um, older, you want to do stuff, but like when you're young, you just want to do it now, right away, during the day, and during like the first hour of the night. As an adult, it's like you want to wait until you're the last one, so everybody can remember that shit. And I did. Um, there was no roller rinks where I was from. I didn't want to do roller skating. Um, late night talks with friends. There was some drive-ins, of course. We just hung around the neighborhood, uh, and before the street lights came on and we had to go home and shit. Those were fun times. Those were fun times, and I miss those days. Um, all right. I want to say what took over your summer viewing, but I forgot to even do that. Like I don't remember. It was like I think it was one of them was one. I'll think about it right now. Back then, when your favorite TV show went on hiatus for the summer, there was always the one replacement show that unexpectedly took over your life. Your regular season finales had ended, cliffhangers were driving everybody crazy, and unlike today, there was no streaming, no social media updates, and no guarantee your favorite show was even coming back. But every summer, new shows would suddenly appear and become part of your routine. Sometimes they were really great shows, sometimes they were game shows, animes, reruns, summer specials, or random series you ended up loving, way more than expected. Those summer replacement shows became a huge part of growing up in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So, what TV show completely took over your summer viewing while your favorite shows were gone? Drop the show in the comments. Man, the Panda says we just watched our VHS tape or went to Blockbuster. I miss those days.
Me
Menace,
too.
yeah, hell yeah. Menace said I would watch old shows like Bonanza, Little,
Mm.
Little House on the Prairie, and The Golden Girls before going outside all day. That was it. We didn't get enough people in there. Um, Summer replacement shows. I think the OC was one of them. I know freaking Buffy took over Savannah when Savannah ended. And then,
Savannah. Oh man, took it all the way back.
right? Savannah
My
was one of
mother, my mother and grandmother loved that damn show.
jeez, had fucking beautiful people in there. And then you see
Yeah,
Buffy, like, what?
yeah.
Um, Seinfeld took over in the 90s, the Seinfeld Chronicles. Um, Singers is on. No, I don't remember any of them. I will. Besides some of the shows that took over, I think the most well-known ones were the all the concert specials.
Mm-hmm.
Like every summer, like freaking, especially like at the very end of the 90s, 98, 99, you would see the concert where Britney and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys would show up, and that's how we got to know Destiny's Child. That's how we got to know more of NSYNC or LFO or every other one of these boy bands and pop as well. 112 was one of them as well. Uh, yeah, I don't remember anything else on there. All right. Um, Growing up, where did you spend your Friday nights? So I did this because I wanted to include more international people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was asking this question in the chat with Jane around, and she's all like, you know, I'm like, did you guys have a blockbuster? No, we didn't have a blockbuster. We had a, um, what's it called? What should you say? They had a gas station
Yeah.
where they sell movies also.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right. It's like, do you have this over here? Do you have this over here? It's like, no, we have this over here though. So I'm like, international people. Like besides the fact that we're getting international people listening to the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which by the way, I was gonna say gas station. Besides I went past this earlier. I should have mentioned it. Um, we got 3 new countries listening to us,
Dang.
and because of the World Cup and everything that we're talking about.
Right.
Um, and those 3, well, 2 countries are from Middle East,
Dang.
and then the other one is Costa Rica.
Wow.
So, I'm just as excited, dude. I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's fucking awesome. Let's go."
Yeah.
Um, I love it. I love it. So, like I said, like let's include everybody from different countries and see what happens. See if we get stuff. So I did the clips of me talking about who my picks were gonna be. United, Brazil, Norway, and Mexico. I got a few likes. I got a few things here and there about it, and they're like, okay, great. Obviously Argentina and Portugal. The Portugal people are not gonna like me after that, but it's okay. It's all right. So I asked this question in a different way over there. Um, Tell me where you're from, what country you're from, and tell me where did you spend your Friday nights growing up. Before smartphones, group chats, and streaming, where'd you go on Friday nights growing up? Was it an arcade, a friend's house, the mall, a park, a cafe, a local hangout everyone in your town knew about? No matter where you're from, we all had that place. Tell me your country and the place you spent your Friday nights growing up. These are the conversations we have every week on my Third Place podcast, where nostalgia, community, and the memories that shaped us come together. So obviously, all the U.S. people just answered, so it wasn't really such a big thing at all. Miss Chris B says she's from the U.S. and I was usually at my best friend's house or eating the Western sizzling with my parents. Um, it's funny that she calls it the Western sizzling because out in the West Coast, we just call it the sizzler, and it's like the same place too. It's like what's it called? Steaks and all that stuff. Beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but you know. Like when I saw that, I was like, "Is that a typo?" No, it's not. There's a freaking real place called the Western Sizzlin', and I'm just like, "Oh, it's a Sizzler in my area." Lala Gunning says home and friends at mall, movies, etc. And Mena says during the fall and winter, my Friday nights were spent at high school football games. She's an ex-band member. As a teenager, as an adult, it was going out for karaoke. Uh, my Friday nights were obviously Blockbuster. I had my Blockbuster card. I had my Blockbuster right around the corner. Went over there, bought some movies, got some movies, took them home. I ended up paying for one because I kept it at home for like quite a while and shit. I forgot to turn it in. So my mom's all like, "You owe this much?" I'm like, "What? Do I? Okay. Oh well." Um, what else did I spend my Friday nights? Soccer games with friends. Uh, watching just fucking going out to the movies. Obviously, we all did. We all did that. Oh, we all did that. Okay. Where'd you spend your Friday nights then? How was your Friday night? You there? Okay. Did you fall asleep? No, I can still hear him.
Oh shit, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi tap that.
All right, you're fine.
Hold on.
And he passed. Um, do I turn this off? Can he come in still? All right, let me stop it then.